Isaac Hirsch's Jeopardy! Victory almost took a turn. Isaac Hirsch, a champion on Jeopardy, recently won a nail-biting game in the Tournament of Champions, despite making a big mistake with his final Jeopardy! Wager. His error nearly cost him the game, but luck was on his side, and he ended up winning the game, but by how much? Keep reading to find out. Isaac Hirsch's 5 straight wins. Isaac, who had previously won $120,187 after 5 straight victories on Jeopardy, competed against 2 tough opponents, Amy Hummel, an doctor from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Mark Fitzpatrick, a content manager from Riverside, Connecticut. The game started with a lot of drama when Isaac made a bold move by betting everything on a daily double. Unfortunately, he answered incorrectly, losing $3,200 early in the game. However, Isaac was able to bounce back during the double Jeopardy! Round, and he regained the lead with $5,000. Amy was close behind with $4,000 and Mark had $1,200. As the game went on, the lead shifted several times. Mark found the second daily double and doubled his score to $8,800, moving ahead of Isaac. But Isaac took the lead back and found another daily double under the movies after you press play category. This time, Isaac made another mistake, losing $5,000. This dropped him to second place, with Mark in the lead going into Final Jeopardy! Isaac had $13,600, while Mark had $18,400, and Amy had $5,600. Scientist names, victory. The Final Jeopardy! The category was scientist names, and the clue was about the first person to observe bacteria and protozoa. Only Isaac answered the question correctly, with the answer, "What is a lion?" This boosted his score to $17,600, enough to win the game. Mark, however, made an incorrect guess and lost $8,801, dropping him to second place. Amy also made a big bet, but ended up with just $1. While Isaac's victory was exciting, many fans pointed out that his wager in Final Jeopardy! Could have been better. Some viewers feel that Isaac's overbet gave Amy a chance to catch up if she had answered correctly. One fan explained that if Isaac had bet less, Amy would have been shut out of the game if she had answered the final question right. Others suggested that Isaac could have bet more strategically to force Mark to risk his lead. Isaac in the end only won by $1, which is too close for some viewers. Despite the confusion over his wager, Isaac's win was still impressive, and many fans congratulated him on his performance. He may have gotten a bit lucky, but his ability to stay calm and win in a close game made him a deserving champion. How did you feel about Isaac's victory? Would you have liked Mark or Amy to win? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. On an otherwise typical weekday broadcast of Jeopardy! Isaac Hirsch appeared to be cruising toward an assured victory. Calm, collected, and brimming with encyclopedic precision, the contestant had built a commanding lead heading into Final Jeopardy! But fans of the long-running trivia show know all too well, no lead is safe until the final clue is answered and the wagers are revealed. Throughout the game, Hirsch dazzled viewers with an eclectic breadth of knowledge. He confidently rattled off obscure literature references, breezed through a tricky world capitals category, and even nailed a daily double on medieval European history, a notoriously difficult terrain. With an assured smile and measured cadence, he quickly established himself as the player to beat. But as Final Jeopardy! Approached, a ripple of tension entered the studio. The category: 19th century American poets. Seemingly right in Hirsch's wheelhouse. Yet, in an unexpected twist, the clue that appeared on screen wasn't as straightforward as many assumed. Ambiguous wording combined with a rarely quoted stanza left room for doubt. Hirsch, uncharacteristically, furrowed his brow. The 30-second countdown began, and for perhaps the first time that night, uncertainty clouded his normally steely focus. Meanwhile, his nearest competitor, trailing by less than $5,000, scribbled their response with uncharacteristic speed and visible confidence. The stakes crystallized. If Hirsch wagered big and answered incorrectly, and his opponent answered correctly, the game would flip entirely. And so would the narrative of this episode. When the time came, Isaac revealed his answer: Emily Dickinson. His opponent had guessed Walt Whitman. The correct response? Emily Dickinson. Hirsch exhaled deeply, a rare flash of emotion crossing his face. He had not only answered correctly, but had wagered just enough to maintain his lead regardless of his opponent's result. I wasn't entirely sure, Hirsch later admitted in a post-show interview. There were about 3 poets circling in my head. I trusted my gut at the very last second. The narrow escape underscored what Jeopardy! Devotees already know. The game is as much about composure and strategy as it is raw knowledge. Isaac Hirsch's victory almost took a dramatic turn, but his instincts, honed through a lifetime of reading and recall, guided him home.